And there you go. On Wednesday, Thursday and Friday we have the chance to win a car. Money is really slow. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like they definitely slowed down the pace of the game. And that is gonna heavily influence the speedrun actually. But yeah, as you said, money is coming slow, so I'm not gonna spend a lot of money right now because I think I might need it for my next car. Like I wanna have 2 cars. I wanna have a drifting car, I wanna have a grip car. But if I'm low on money, I can't. If I buy visual customization, then I'm in trouble. I won't be able to buy other stuff. And the car's already maxed out for the class that we need. You see, on Saturday is the qualifier, but I need 20,000, which means whatever I do in the next 4 days, I gotta keep at least 20,000 ready. Nah, drift handling is just like it was before. I don't notice the difference. And I will tell you one thing though, you wanna go for grip handling. That makes it so much better. I like the game, I don't like the drift events. I think it's so unnecessary. Especially the way they implement it, where you have to tune your car specifically for drifting. Which makes sense if the game, from the very beginning, gives you an extra car. Like that is what would be needed in my opinion. You would need immediately 2 starter cars. One for racing, one for drifting. Because if you have one car that you have to change tuning all the time, it becomes a hassle. Like that's really the thing that annoys me. Like I don't want to be swapping parts all the time and changing my tuning all the time, and the only way to work around is to change the car. But that doesn't work if you only have one car, so right now I just do my best to get a second car, rip, so I don't have to swap my tune anymore. The real strategy here is to use my grip car until I have enough money for So you can see the challenges on the side. And you do want to pick up the gas stations. These gas stations found, it's also a challenge. One thing that I noticed negatively is when you have a yellow boost ready and you steer at the same time, you get mega grip, which usually messes you up. Justitia. I'm surprised she's asking us for help, considering how many 10,000s we already took off her. Like she has been our money bag. You know, Bobby, you might know from Juiced. Like she has been our money bag in this game. Like we always bet her and we always take her money. Dude, not only did I kill her, I also killed the 3 people behind the other side of the door of the barn. So many bets go into this direction, man. And okay, I've got the safe house, which is good for escaping in the future. Cop. I don't have too many opportunities to take the road. There's cops everywhere. I feel like for some of the characters they tried a little bit too much to be woke. Loading times are great though. I think this is where you can tell that the game was made for next generation. Right? Like loading times are good, graphics way better than the previous game. That I really feel this is a drift event. And a takeover. Now I can go back out again and tune my car. I need a drift car, man, and I hate it. I hate that I have to get a drift car. So I'm not gonna do the drift event, I'm gonna do the takeover because that is mostly hitting stuff in rhythm with the multiplier. With one car, you always have to change your tune. Actually happened to me a lot in this event that I just jump over the stuff that I'm supposed to hit. Like this is not very well designed. If you're too fast, then you jump over everything. Drift is actually not the majority of the points here, so that's why I can do this in a car that is not necessarily made for drifting. But you need some driftability to get around the corners. It is speed cross from Payback. That's why it looks like it. It's exactly that. The thing is, a lot of people haven't played the speed cross DLC in Payback, so I guess it makes sense that they brought it back because not a lot of people have really experienced this. Like I bet a lot of people haven't even finished Payback, so they 100% did not see the DLC of Payback. And how's the game? I like it. But I gotta say, I wish I could skip the drift sections. Neither Ghost nor Criterion now figured out a way to implement the drifting where it's really fun. The last time I found drifting extremely fun was Carbon. If you ever experienced drifting in Carbon, you probably understand what I mean. Like the sense of speed is really high, and they actually thought of their own drifting model for the drift event, so you don't have to worry about, changing a million dials to make your car drift. Like, if they wanna go back to something that worked, I would very much recommend the carbon drifting style. And you know, the problem that I'm currently facing, that my car is on a drift car, that wouldn't have happened if the game would actually introduce to you that, hey, you need a car for gripping if you want to, and you need a car for drifting when you want to do those events. So here is 2 cars. The only problem is the game only gives you 1 car in the beginning. Like, it doesn't make sense. That is true, they were not expecting people to build a grip car out of the box, 100%. Which is funny, because this is what I and Black Panther talk all the time. Like, we say that all the time in our videos too. Like, supposedly they're listening to the community and also to the YouTubers and their feedback. I can't tell. At least not in the drifting regard. Like, they are so dead set on everybody wants to drift all the time. It's crazy. Like, their mindset is so 100% drift. It's crazy to me. I mean, I am thankful that we have a working grip model, but holy shit, drifting sits so deep, I don't even see it anymore. Yeah, exactly. Like, takeover events and drifting events both make your grip car useless. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense from a game design standpoint. You give people the ability to build a grip car, and then you need a drift car. It doesn't make sense. It's a very, very weird approach for me, and I don't understand it. That's it. My car isn't back to grip handling. That is true, but I can do it right now. And you know, that's the thing that triggers me. Like, I have to change it all the time. Right? This, and I have to change to what? Actually, I'm gonna do a gas tap, because that allows me to still use my brakes and not activate brake to drift, but if I ever need to, then I can, if I tap the gas. I will say that I will probably like it more than Heat long term. That is what I'm expecting from this game, and honestly, that is what I wanted from this game. But they need to actively think about the handling ideas and how they implement it in the game, because I really think they're slacking on that one. Alright, use T-tier, give me all your money. Ow, man. See, that's what I mean. Like, what's up with the opponents that they can't do corners? This is something that I did notice actively though. Like, the NPCs don't seem very clever. Yeah, I'm actually actively saving money right now, because if I do more visual upgrades right now, I'm gonna be broke, then I can't do the event that gives me a new car. So priority right now is gonna be saving up money so I can buy a new car. Look at this! What's up with the opponents, man? They all go off the track regularly, all of them. Don't tell me the AI can't deal with the game's handling. See, this is where the sense of speed comes back too, right? I feel like above 240. Whoa, this is nice. Like, this is genuinely cool, and you don't get that feeling in drifting. I'm sorry, you will never. You will not get that feeling from drifting in a Need for Speed, unless maybe in Carbon. In Carbon, it's kind of possible, but because it's super fast, they don't understand that drifting being fast is super fun too. Do I take damage from ramming the cops? It's actually something I haven't tested yet. Oh, I do take. Okay. I think that's the same as Heat. I think we might have the same situation as we had in Heat. We ram them, we take damage too? Yeah. Or maybe because I was in front of... I kind of treated this like a Heat car. Because that is how they took damage, the way I just drove. What if I drive into them? Oh, I didn't take damage. Okay. Now in that case it has changed. So the aggressor should either take no damage or less damage. Well, I played Most Wanted extensively, I can tell you it does not feel like Most Wanted. But I think the cops maybe a little bit more realistically than in the last game. Honestly, so far I actually focused on just evading the cops rather than taking them out. I still wish they would drop their fixation on drifting events, but it seems like this is really hard to do. Like, it's not even that I don't want them to remove drifting, I just want them to think about how they structure the game. Like, you clearly need a drift car and a non-drift car, or a car that's made for racing and a car that is made for drifting. But the game only gives you one car in the beginning, so you have to change the tune all the time, which is a bit annoying to me personally, because I have to swap settings and tuning all the time because I only have one car. While I have enough money to buy another car right now, it's not the way to go because I need to like also upgrade that car to make it drift ready. Like, it's not too well thought out in regards of the story progression. That is where they probably should have thought a little bit harder. But what I really like and I enjoy right now is that I can race. I can race in this car. Funny thing is, we're actually still in, you know, more the beginning of the game. Like, I'm not really fast enough to get 2 stars yet. Like, most of the time I'll collect 1 stars. This is a good looking P1, man. 5,000 bucks for a joyride in this one. So yeah, the last 3 songs are like new and I really like them. I don't think you can outrun the Corvette. RIP. You know what's funny? You can activate the blue nose and then the yellow one becomes active, so you have to re-engage. You have to re-engage the nose button. Yeah, like once again, they took the handling from Heat and they added a few tweaks to it. Like, do not expect a complete overhaul of the handling, because it isn't. But that grip works. Keep the Kuru B class. Yeah, that was the plan. That was actually the plan. But holy shit, dude, look at this. We go from 470 to 1,470 horsepower. Honestly, I might just go for some tires. Drift tires. Oh, it actually reduces my performance, but honestly, this is kind of what I want. Off-road tires, no, just drift tires. It allows me to make the car more drifty. Upgrading the garage allows me to buy better upgrades, which I don't need yet, so I will not upgrade the garage. It does say 0 to 97, you wanna know why? Because that is 0 to 60 miles per hour. Tuning messes with your car class, I know. Very little, but it might be enough to push you back 1 class if you need to, you know? The characters look a bit silly. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea either. It's funny, it jumps between 205 and 204. Like the game would actually know what that would do for my performance, you know what I mean? Take over. That's not getting a car though. Dude, there's so little money. Why would you ever do that? Such a waste of time. That's little money, that's big money. It's a takeover event though, so I definitely want to bring out a car. I win the Mustang Fox body on this one. I need to buy it for 12,000. That's literally how this works, man. If you want to win a car, you basically pay for it. Dude, look at this. Like, we paid 12,000, we got 650, we're still 11,000 in the minus, but we did get a car. Get first, you get a car. It's super high risk. Only first place counts. The thing is, we're still very early in our car performance. Like, this is A performance. There's still A plus, S and S plus. And I think B cars are not even relevant for the last race, the Grand. Yeah, I meant grip turn. I'm just saying, I wonder what it takes for the game to recognize a grip turn. See, like in my opinion, that was a good turn. I think this cut here was also a good turn. The thing is, I can still force a drift. I had like a combo now. I had a drift grip turn, do you see that? Yeah, the effects are off now. This is the minimum effects right now. Like, you always have the light lines behind your car. And you always have the smoke effects. The thing is, a lot of people complain about the heat cops being difficult, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made the cops easier for this game. The way the world is set up, you can't do these sharp turns and the cops will not be able to follow. Guess I could escape the cops by going into the meetup, right? So this is my drift car. This car is tuned and also has the upgrades for drifting. This car should be faster while drifting. Shit. So this is when you miss the checkpoint. You don't get the slowdown anymore, you just get a quick reset. There wasn't as much advertising going on for this game as there was for Heat, you know what I mean? I think this might be the biggest issue for this game, having less advertising. Because of that fact, it might sell less, but honestly, I think this game is better. Compare the games apples by apples, I do think this game is better. And it should outsell Heat. Will it outsell Heat? Remains to be seen. Mostly, there is less advertising for this game. So it's gonna be people talking well around this game to make it sell more. Another factor, this game released at the end of November, while Heat released at the beginning of November. You gonna take that? Don't play chicken with me, you will die. Shit, we're at high heat. We are already at heat level 5 again. I will definitely spend some time triggering the cops on purpose, but I think the next time I do it is when I am not in a big need of money. Right now I'm still very much relying on having money, and I do fear heat level 5. At least in my B-class car, you know? So, the qualifier is here. We got the money, we got the cars, which means we can win. So the idea is, week 1 qualifier, week 2 qualifier, week 3 qualifier, and then you have the grand. You need 3 cars, A plus, wait, that makes no sense. There's 4 car classes. You need 4 cars, but it says you need 3 cars. But yeah, then I get my Sylvia back. It's kind of funny because you get the car back that you chose as your starter car. So there's 3 starter cars and 3 possible reward cars for beating the game. But you can actually see what I did. I banked 18,000, 12,000, 18,000, 11,000, 13,000, 11,000 again. It's time for the first qualifier. Do I think this couldn't be in the PS4? They probably could have put the game on the PS4, but that would have held back the next generation and the PC version. And honestly, I like that decision. The loading times are great. I have not even thought a single time in this game about the loading times, other than the 2 times where I said, wow, this loads fast. Which means the game was optimized for SSD usage, not only on the consoles, but obviously also on the PC. Yeah, maybe on the PlayStation 4 Pro, but old consoles hold game development back.
Where's Qualifier, baby? This place is lit. Hey, Speedy, check it.
Speedy.
My dad's is going down tonight. Today's your lucky day.
Perfect. Time to show her up. Wait. What is she doing?
Looks like she's racing, but not in her car. I mean, your car.
Why? Why would she swap cars?
My guess? It's her chance to size you up without risking her ride. Don't let her throw you. Go kill it, Speedy.
But we're not even winning that car. We win some defender. Okay, we have a circuit race, we have a sprint race, and we have another circuit race. I remember the defender from the preview material. Oh shit, 20,000 pay in.
Patrols joined in on pursuit of the suspect.
I'm surprised that the second lap started at 49% and not 50. It's a little thing, but it did surprise me a little bit. Dude, the city feels super alive. First of all, there's a lot more objects everywhere, but you also have the people running around. It just makes the city feel like a city. They definitely did some optimization of the objects that they can show at the same time. No, the cops will very much chase you during the day. It's just that, while you're at condition 0 and the cops don't know about your existence, they don't chase you yet when you're fast. But that changes very quickly. So my recommendation is that you make your car grippy. Oh, you don't have to deal with the cops. Not in qualifiers, okay. Get a grip car for racing, get a drift car for the drift events. Have at least 2 cars that are differently tuned. Then you get the most out of this game. Wait, Jazz is already out? I didn't even realize it. Well, I guess good thing she didn't join with her good car. But that's it, that's our first boss car, and I think that is chapter 1 completed. This should unlock week 2.
Yo, is that my car? Yeah, one you stole. The same night you ripped off the garage.
Oh, damn! I know you're not coming at me right now.
Rydell trusted you.
Yeah?
Well, I never asked him to. I never needed any of that fake father shit. I can handle myself. This is great.
That right? Let's see it. Me and you, race right now. Winner gets the car.
Yeah, let's race for pinks!
Pinks? What is this, the 50s?
Tess, stop filming.
You kidding me? 2 long-lost friends turned rivals throwing it down in the underground over some daddy drama. A stolen car. Next thing you know, this guy takes off his shirt. It goes to blow. Someone auto-tunes this shit and
Bam! We're on the Breakfast Club.
How about now?
Don't post that.
It's a live stream.
You know what, Pinks? I'm feeling a little generous. Charitable. You make it to the finals, you're on. Winner gets the car. If you make it. Still 2 qualifiers left.
That's my car, man.
It's cool. I waited 2 years. What's a few more weeks?
Can't back out now. No need to thank me.